Hello and welcome once again. Our football journey to Cameroon continues. It is We Move with Super Eagles, proudly brought to you by MTN, the official communications partners of Nigeria's national teams. And, of course, the #1 team on the African continent, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. My name is Tolu. Sure that we continue our countdown to the African Fiesta. It kicks off on January the 9th. We've got the regular guys here with me, as always. Badaki Sunday Johnson. We are slowly getting there. We're talking about the FIFA rankings today. And the fact that we're ranked higher than every other person in our group probably makes for good reading. Yeah,
we took it for granted already that we were through from that group, even before the draws were made. Can't remember in my lifetime Nigeria not making it out of the group stages. We failed to qualify for the tournament, but each time we've arrived at the tournament, we've gone as far as the semi-finals in every African tournament I have witnessed since I was born.
All right, Osereme Inegbenepo, the queen of freebies, is here. You look dope today.
Thank you very much.
What are we expecting?
Trying to keep up. Expect
trying to keep up what?
With your feet.
Nah, I'm different class.
Oh, well, we can expect fun and interesting Game On segments. That I can assure you.
All right, so we'll take a break on the show. When we come back, we'll look at the Super Eagles and the latest rankings as released by FIFA, and we'll try to postulate how that transmits to how they'll perform at the African Fiesta. It's We Move with Super Eagles. We'll be right back after this.
Feel the thrills, and the grills of African football as we move with the Super Eagles of Nigeria to the summit of African football come January 2022 in Cameroon, the land of the indomitable Lions. Catch all the excitement on and off the field of play as MTN, official communication partner of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, counts down to the African World Cup as we move with the Super Eagles. For more details, follow us on @MTNNG, @MTN Nigeria, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Welcome, MTN, everywhere you go.
All right, welcome back. It is still We Move with Super Eagles. And straight away, we will be talking about the FIFA rankings and how it will affect the Super Eagles heading to the African Fiesta in Cameroon. The Eagles are now ranked 36th in the world and 5th on the African continent. Only Senegal, Morocco, Tunisia, and Algeria are ranked higher than the Super Eagles. It means that of all the members of our group at the African Fiesta, the Egyptians, who are our biggest rivals, we are ahead of them on the FIFA rankings. FIFA rankings, as far as I'm concerned, maybe doesn't actually play the football on the pitch, but it's at least makes for good reading, to be honest, that we are at least ranked higher than the Egyptians. And so, even though a lot of people will not believe, we should start as maybe slight favorites against them.
I don't think so. I'm not a big fan of the rankings. Belgium has been, for the 4th year running now, the highest ranked football team in the world. They are yet to win a tournament. Yeah. So that tells you everything.
That's bad for us.
Well, maybe not so much. Again, the second thing for me to note here is that the rankings don't favor African teams that much for the simple reason that European teams typically play more games. They play Euro Championships. Now there's the UEFA Nations League. There are many competitions and they rack up more points. England will beat Andorra 6-0, San Marino 8-0, Lithuania 10-0, you know. So there are easier avenues for them to rack up points on the rankings than African teams. But having said that, Nigeria 5th in Africa, it's probably a fair reflection of where we're at the moment. I think that the Algerians are ahead of us, without a doubt. The Senegalese national team is probably stronger as well.
Obviously. Morocco and Tunisia, though.
Morocco and Tunisia, I'm not sure. We'll have to see at the tournament. But I don't think that we're ahead of the Egyptians on current form. I don't think we are.
Do you support Bala though, Ose? So we are made to believe, according to the FIFA rankings, that 4 teams are better than the Super Eagles heading to the African Championships. That is Senegal, Morocco, Tunisia, and Algeria.
I agree for Morocco, Senegal, and Algeria, but no, I actually feel like if push comes to shove, if we're on the same page as the Tunisians, I feel like we're going to
What about the Egyptians?
No, of course not.
We're better.
Did I just say of course not? No, I'm patriotic. Let me not say of course not. Maybe.
We are better than the Egyptians.
No, we are not better.
How on earth are the Egyptians better than we are?
I think that they're a better team. Let's be honest. Our team struggled through qualifying.
They didn't particularly cruise through.
Yeah, but they weren't losing to Central African Republic at home.
Cape Verde.
Yeah, and they weren't sacking their coach after an uninspiring qualification campaign. But having said that, emotionally, you know, it serves its purpose. It makes you feel like you are one of the big boys. Now what remains is for you to go on the pitch and prove it. And that's what remains to be seen, really. Nobody remembers FIFA rankings after 90 minutes. It's your performance that counts. And that has to be in the head and the minds of the players and the coaches, that rankings, ratings, all of those things only make for good readings on the pages of papers and make for good punditry in the studio like this. What people care about at the end of 90 minutes is who wins the game.
Also, though, I don't believe Bana, to be honest. If you look at the rankings heading into a tournament, it must give you some confidence, though.
Yeah, first things first is the FIFA rankings, I believe, is a combination of different things, you know. Generally looking at the groups is how these, FIFA then comes up with the thing that, okay, this team is better than this team, that team is better than this team. But then on the field of play, injuries, red cards, yellow cards, there are different factors that may affect the outcome better. So that's why I think that the FIFA rankings just might be right, but then on the field of play, there are different factors that may influence and then make Belgium not win a tournament.
Yeah, again, I mean, you're going
doesn't mean they're not a good team.
Doesn't mean they're not a good team.
They're infinitely a good team. And I say infinitely because it's the best generation of Belgian players ever. It's just to note that the fact that they've been 4 years the best team in the world on FIFA rankings hasn't given them a trophy. At the end of the day, that's what people will remember. What did they win in their time? Not how many, you know, places did they move and how long.
No one remembers who.
Yeah, Nigeria was 5th on the FIFA rankings.
But we remember that.
In 1994. And that's the only time, 95 rather, after the World Cup and then the friendly against the England. Yes, we remember that. But we would have remembered more if we had made the semi-finals at the World Cup. Yes, that's something to be more proud of. I mean, nobody goes out there and says, at one time, we were the 5th best team of the FIFA ranking.
But we always say that.
Yeah, well, because there's nothing else. It's like clutching at straws. There's nothing else, really, you know. The Senegalese and the Cameroonians have more bragging rights when it comes to the World Cup. They made the quarterfinals. We've never gone past the second round.
But they've never been.
So put quarterfinals and 5th in the world.
But they've never been
side by side. I mean, come on.
Well, going into the tournament, though, I don't think this FIFA ranking doesn't give me any kind of renewed hope. It's still, I still feel the Egyptians are a threat, and I feel like we need to put our best foot forward if we want to top that team.
All right, does it give you any confidence, though?
It gives me confidence. It makes me feel like we're not far behind. But also, I believe that the players shouldn't underrate any of those teams in our group. Not Sudan, not, what was the other team there now?
Guinea-Bissau.
Guinea-Bissau, you know. Every game has to be treated like a final in competition. You go there and you win. Because to think that, oh, we're 30 places above Guinea-Bissau or 50 places above, you know, can be the reason why you get complacent and you get surprised. And sometimes you don't have enough opportunity to right your wrongs in a competition. Before you know it, you're out, especially when it comes to the knockout phases. So go in there and treat every game like a cup final.
All right, so we'll go to the streets and find out what the fans felt about the Super Eagles and this very, very key issue about whether or not they take confidence from the latest FIFA ranking.
Samson, according to the latest FIFA rankings, Nigeria is ahead of Egypt. And of course, this is important because Egypt is our first opponent at the upcoming biggest footballing fiesta in Cameroon. Okay. Now, the question is that going to be a factor? The fact that we're above them in the rankings, does that make us better than they are? Or does that mean that we should be afraid that they can actually beat us?
In my own view, I believe probably maybe Nigeria, that game is going to be a draw.
Really?
Yeah.
It's called draw or a goalless draw?
Let me say it's called draw.
So you're okay with Nigeria and Egypt playing a draw in our very first match?
Of course.
You're okay with that?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I believe in Super Eagles to start with. And I believe we can do anything, we can achieve anything. And we can actually beat Egypt.
I'm very certain Super Eagles should be able to beat Egypt. In the sense that in a game of football, seriousness matters a lot. And again, you don't need to underrate any opponent. As long as you do not underrate any opponent and you feed in the key players in their key positions and you encourage them, motivate them to go out there and win. So nothing is impossible in the game of football.
You say Nigeria now. We are a very good team and a very good country. Forget about Salah. Who is Salah? Is he not a human being? He's a human being. Surely 100% Nigeria will beat Egypt. That is sure. Our all player now, they have a 100% rest of mind that we're going to beat Egypt. There's nothing inside Egypt.
If I buy this bully, now trekking be my portion. Wait, do people like say they happen for there? Almost level. No darling, after all of us now visitor. Oh boy, now me the one place with 7 times a woof. Bros don't get 5 times a woof. And this I don't collect 6 times a woof. This one now, woof everywhere you go.
Whether you be new or old MTN customer, turn up a woof with the boss spray everywhere you go.
Bobby, make una show.
All right, welcome back. It is still We Move with Super Eagles, proudly brought to you by MTN. So we move on and we go to Team Focus next as we edge ever closer to the start of the African Fiesta. On the show today, we look at the team that surprised the African continent when they hosted the tournament alongside Gabon, Equatorial Guinea. They are one of the new teams in the tournament and is gradually becoming very, very consistent. Since 2017, when they made their debut, they have appeared in the 2019 edition and will also be there when the tournament kicks off in Cameroon in 2021. But what everyone remembers about this Equatorial Guinea side is when they co-hosted with Gabon, they got very, very far.
They got very far. They had some help.
That was the semi-final, the quarterfinal?
Yeah, quarterfinals, I think.
Semi against Ghana.
Yeah, they had the help of a few Brazilians in their squad, I remember as well. They have oil money. So, and they've got a leadership that loves football. Remember, recently, I think it was Lionel Messi or someone that was taken there to commission something. So there's always a big incentive to play football in Equatorial Guinea these days. I expect the team to be very competitive. They wouldn't come there with notable players, but as a team, they'll play some good stuff because there's always a big incentive for performing well. You know, the leadership of the country. I mean, I sort of know it to a certain degree.
Yeah. I've been to Equatorial Guinea, by the way.
Yeah, you've not been there. You want to go there, you can tell.
I've been to Equatorial Guinea. Not very far away from Port Harcourt, though.
Yeah.
It's about 40 minutes from Port Harcourt to Equatorial Guinea.
So the guys know if they do well, massive incentive for them back home. So they'll be very fired up coming into this competition. So they are definitely one of the minnows, but even within the minnows community, they will be able to hold their head a bit higher than most because, like you said, quite recently, they were in the semi-finals and they will believe that they can do it again.
Minnows don't get to semi-finals of African Championships. Let's look at the group they are at the African Fiesta. They're in Group E alongside Algeria, the defending champion, Sierra Leone, and the Ivory Coast. Ouch, that's a difficult group.
Quite difficult. And we've spoken about how strong Ivory Coast are. We obviously know that Algeria will top that team. But, I mean, it's the tournament. We can't look just like we were talking about.
Side by side, Sierra Leone, though.
Yeah, side by side, Sierra Leone, definitely.
They should be
but I mean,
better.
there's Algeria. Well,
you think they're better than Sierra Leone?
I think they are.
You think
I think
so?
they are. Yeah, I think.
Well,
Sierra Leone came back from 4 goals down.
I can't necessarily say so.
You're not going to judge them by that
50-50.
half, just 45 minutes of football. I think overall, the Equatorial Guineans have more quality.
I'm not quite sure about that. I really don't know. It's a 50-50, so may the best man win among the both of them. But I know definitely it's Algeria, then Ivory Coast, then whoever finds their way to...
That whole equation this time around, the 24 teams are playing at the tournament, which means that there's room for
the third best team.
Third
best place teams to qualify. Will that maybe help the likes of Equatorial Guinea at this tournament?
I think that's their only realistic hope in that group. I think the first 2 places are sorted, except they spring a surprise and just beat one of the 2 favored teams in that group and maybe qualify. But they know that their most realistic chance is beat Sierra Leone and maybe get a draw against the more fancied teams and hope they get lucky to be one of the third best placed teams that will qualify.
All right, one of their star players to look ahead to. This man was there when they did get to the semi-finals. Emilio Nsue. He has been at every appearance that Equatorial Guinea have made at the African Championships. He's almost like an attacking midfielder slash striker. I think the man who played for Real Madrid for a bit, forgotten his name, they don't have that much quality. But like Bada said, they're still one of those teams. When you look at the association of minnows, they're probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, I mean, they are. They've got a chance, honestly, if we're being realistic, for the third best placed team in the tournament. For their players, I mean, Emilio is clubless, so he will concentrate. He's been without the club for a while, so he will concentrate as he's going into the tournament. He's the highest goal scorer, so it's a great thing that they'll be having him part of the squad for the tournament in Cameroon come January. We've also got Obiang. I remember him from West Ham, his days in West Ham.
Plays Sassuolo nowadays.
Pretty decent player. He's actually a great player. So, I mean, but can these two players carry the team? Can these two players carry the squad? Is the question. And it takes so much more than just having two great players on the team. But
if you didn't have two great players, it'd be even harder.
It would even be harder, yeah. But well, I mean, Bada says they're a great team. I wouldn't know about that.
So what I'll tell you for free is that these guys are probably even way better organized than Nigeria. When it comes to organization, Equatorial Guineans have it.
Well, I mean, organization is just a part of what.
But it's a key part. It's a key part because you may have all the talent. If your organization is bad, you will start getting beaten by Central African Republic. But if
let me bust your brain now. So Nigeria have no organization, but they have talent. Equatorial Guinea have
great organization.
No talent. Who win when Equatorial Guinea play Nigeria?
Nigeria now. I talk about organization.
All right, so they are the team in focus today. Equatorial Guinea, we wish them the very best as they head to the African Championships. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for the game on
dance
segment. Bada doesn't do dance. He does push-ups.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for Game On.
All-in-one app that lets you chat, call, read, play, and listen to music. Enjoy Ayoba with MTN. Download Ayoba now.
Okay, now we're done talking about Equatorial Guinea. It's time for us to test our knowledge of the beautiful game of football and the Super Eagles. It is Game On! All right, guys, so we won't be hopping today. We'll just be asking very, very simple questions about the Super Eagles. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Okay, so first question, let's take it all the way back to 1994. At Tunisia 94, which of these players didn't score a goal for the Super Eagles at the tournament? Emmanuel Amunike, Rashidi Yakini, Daniel Amokachi, and Ben Iroha. Repeat the question. Okay, at Tunisia 94, which of these players didn't score a goal for the Super Eagles at the tournament? Emmanuel Amunike, Rashidi Yakini, Daniel Amokachi, Ben Iroha. Let him have the microphone, please.
Ben Iroha.
Can you pass the mic to someone who knows the answer? Thank you.
Siasia.
Siasia is not even among the options, sister.
Daniel Amokachi.
She's correct. Let's give it to her. Let's give it to her. Let's give it to her. Where were you when you said Sia? Like, are you here? Are you in the studio? You need to be here. You need to be in the studio. Next question and final question to win the second bag. In 1980, which cities played host to Africa's biggest tournament in which Nigeria hosted? No options. Why are you still looking at me? I need answers.
Lagos.
And he's answering me.
Lagos.
And
Kano.
pass the mic to someone who knows the answer, please. I will repeat the question. In 1980, which cities played host to Africa's biggest tournament in which Nigeria hosted?
Lagos and Kaduna.
Please pass the mic to someone who knows the answer, please. And this is the last opportunity.
I think Lagos and Calabar.
And the answer is Lagos and Ibadan. That was interesting. Thank you very much. Can I have the lady, the Samson Siasia lady, calm down? Thank you. Okay, all right. So this is for you, courtesy MTN. What do you have to say to MTN?
Thank you, MTN, and thank you, Daniel Makachi.
All right, that was fun. Thank you for joining us on The Game On Segment. Remember to follow the conversation on Instagram at MTNNG, Facebook and YouTube is at MTN Nigeria. The favorites online. All you have to do is follow the conversation. Tolu?
I remembered Ben Iroha's goal against the Ivory Coast in that. It was a 1-2.
Tolu, you can't call it a goal. It was a sweet goal.
It was a 1-2, and he just passed the ball into the net.
Yep.
You saw that goal, didn't you?
I didn't see that goal.
Oh, too bad. All right. But so thank you very much. I'll say I hope you guys had fun. I'm sure everyone at home was probably itching, thinking, oh, I know that answer. Just try to be part of the crowd. Or you can, alternatively, follow MTN on social media, by the way. That's at MTNNG on Instagram and at MTN Nigeria on Facebook and on YouTube. That's where, on YouTube, you can get previous episodes of We Move with Super Eagles as well as this one you're watching right now. But what do you remember most about Tunisia 94, though?
The winning goal by Emmanuel Amunike, knocked down. I think it was Yakini, or I can't remember who. But he ran onto it, finished brilliantly. At 1-1, the Zambians were going stronger and stronger, and they had the momentum and the support of the Tunisian fans because they wanted them, having come back from the disaster a year before, to win that tournament. And once Emmanuel Amunike struck, he just silenced everyone. And from then on... I
don't still understand. I actually found it hard to believe until I heard it in that question. Daniel Mokic didn't score a goal at that tournament.
No, he didn't. He didn't even play much. He didn't play much because Siasia and Rashidi were the preferred combination up front. There was a Fani Koku as well who only played a game against Zaire.
Amunike didn't even play a lot at the tournament.
He was injured. He was injured until the final. His first game was the final, actually.
All right. Thank you very much, Vada, for joining us on the show today. And, of course, Osereme, Negbenebo. All right, so that's the much we can take. My name is Tolu Shode. Thank you very much for watching We Move with Super Eagles. We continue our countdown to the start of the African Fiesta, which starts off on January the 9th in Cameroon. The program is proudly brought to you by MTN, the official communications partners of Nigeria's national football teams, most especially the Super Eagles. Until next time, we'll see you guys.